EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, Watson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Yeah, a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Nigel Bradham brings him down. Watson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chris Long in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Tiger. Two-jet. Come back. Green.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
Come back. Hey, black 22.
From the 50, it's Watson. On a crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Lamar Miller. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down, here's Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Demaryius Thomas from 21 yards away. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be third down.
Shorty.
From the gun, it's Wentz. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Straight 15.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Richmond. Tiger.
After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Jadeveon Clowney. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And here comes the Texans now. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Look at the dance and the juke. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up an excellent field.
Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz from 6 yards away. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now it's Miller. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's Watson. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Richmond.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They'll toss it to Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again. On first down, it's Watson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Once again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. He got 29 yards that time. First down now, but that clock rolling.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Right back to him on first down. And a shake and bake by Ajayi. And they'll get this down to the 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on now, come on now, let's go. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal. A final shot before half for Wentz. The quick slant caught, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have got?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Play action. Now Wentz. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Richmond.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Again, it's Watson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Brandon Graham in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll run with Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now...
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Wentz drops it off to Ajayi, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Down. Green, the line. Green, the line.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson dumps it complete to Miller. Nice move at the 40. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Black 22. Black 22. 2 jet. 2 jet.
This is Miller. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Black 22.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Catch here, left side, Thomas. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
They run again with Ajayi. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing now, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 30 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kareem Jackson, and they will take over possession. EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Lamar Miller. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 74 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Miller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Watson on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
Come back.
Watson on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Come back.
a play fake here on first down. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Reset. Two jet.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
To throw on second is Watson. And that is incomplete here. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Two jet.
Out of the gun, Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Black 22. Black 22.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
Target. Green, the line. Richmond.
On 3rd down, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's time. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
From the gun, here's Watson. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Here's Watson now on second down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Come back. Richmond.
Throwing on third down, Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Richmond, come back.
On first down, it's Watson. Thomas has got it, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Richmond.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He gets it to Thomas. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Reset. Blue 80.
On third down, that's Miller. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. First and 10, Watson. And Thomas has it. And he'll go down at the 28. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line.
Come back.
Watson looking to throw on second down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. J.J. Watt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Richmond. Come back.
Third and long. It's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Red, green the line.
On first down, Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Griffin. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Gonna need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Black 22. Come back. Tiger. Two jet.
Now it's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now the Texans want to call another timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Richmond.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Tiger. Richmond.
Time. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Richmond.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Richmond. Tiger. Tiger.
Here's Watson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Come back.
Here's Watson on 1st and 10. Catch here, left side, Thomas. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. J.J. Watt in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And on the ground they go with a running back. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Come back. Tiger. Come back.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This one from 35 yards away. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Tiger. Black 22. Richmond. Tiger.
Watson now to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Black 22. Come back. Richmond.
Now Watson on 3rd down. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. 30, the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Demaryius Thomas, 76 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed. Fairbairn
now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem?
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Faking the give. Now Watson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The dump-off gets him 9, so now they're in much better shape for third down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. To throw is Watson. To throw on third down. Throw left side, complete to QT. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. On first and 10, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 6 there on first. Back now in Houston. Watson looks to throw again. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Watson on third down. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Watson on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. To throw on second is Watson. And he's going to go down again. J.J. Watt. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Watson on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Watkins in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Here's Watson throwing on 3rd and long. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Watson hands this to Foreman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. And he finds his man Griffin. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Foreman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be fourth down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time.